Daily Scripture, August 7, 2025, Thursday, Matthew 16:13-23. Now when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, "Some say John the Baptist, but others Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered him, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be lost in heaven." Then he sternly ordered the disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. From that time on, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and undergo great suffering at the hands of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised. And Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, "God forbid it, Lord. This must never happen to you." But he turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me, for you are setting your mind not on divine things, but on human things." The key message of Matthew 16:13-23. True faith recognizes who Jesus is, but following him means embracing God's will, not just our own ideas. In this passage, Peter rightly declares that Jesus is the Messiah, and Jesus praises his insight as coming from God. But when Jesus begins to explain that he must suffer and die, Peter rebukes him, and Jesus sharply corrects him, saying, "Get behind me, Satan." Peter had faith, but he didn't yet understand God's bigger plan. Spiritual takeaway. Recognizing Jesus as Lord is the foundation of faith, but we must also accept his path, even when it's hard to understand. Don't let personal desires or human reasoning get in the way of God's purpose. Trust that his plan, though sometimes painful, leads to greater glory.